Welcome back to my channel. My name is Coach Cam. If it is your first time on here, I am the owner of Primal Tribe, and our mission is to kill off your inner bitch and feed your inner beast, and to get you stacking wins as soon as possible. Today, something that I really wanted to talk about was a lesson I learned that is very important to me, my happiness, my fulfillment, and my overall success. So, first, I want to dive into what I define success as, because a lot of people think that having nice stuff, having money, is going to be their definition of success. What I believe is you have to have fulfillment in all areas. You have to be fulfilled with yourself, you have to have good relationships in your life, with your family, and outside relationships, friend relationships, and business relationships. And then you also need to have money in the bank and have goals that you're working towards, because a lot of times we think that the fulfillment is going to be found in hitting the goal, but hitting the goal is such a small portion of time that fulfillment or that gratification that we get from actually hitting the goal is so short-lived that we have to have goals that are always going to be consistently out of our reach and something that we're always working towards. That way we have our direction and we have our next step. The point that I really wanted to hone in on today was just building a relationship with yourself. So I believe that this is paramount to everything else, because when you build a relationship with yourself, you understand what you're willing to accept from other people and what you're not. You put in the work on your own, so you start to create boundaries. Just in the past few weeks, I have been really looking at a lot of the situations that have been coming towards me, but because I have done so much work on my energy, how I show up, the things that I get done, and just my overall self-confidence, that I was seeing these, what we would call negative situations, trying to come into my universe or my world or whatever. And my energy was literally deflecting these situations so that they could not come into my life. And I think that that is literally so cool. The only reason that those situations were like pushed away from me is only because I started working on myself, became my own best friend. I'm the source of everything that I seek. So I don't depend on other people for anything, really. I am the source of everything that I need. So when other people try to use like things as threats to me, it's fine, because that's not going to make me hold on to a relationship if I know that I can supply that on my own. So let me just give you an example here, because I feel like this doesn't really make a lot of sense in like a practical way. So imagine you have a relationship with a person, and that relationship to you gives you something you cannot fulfill in your own life. And then you start to realize that this relationship is getting toxic, and it's something that you honestly don't want in your life anymore, but you can't get rid of that person because they're giving you something you can't go get on your own. When you become the type of person that can go get anything on their own, you can actually deem this relationship as it is. And if it is getting toxic, you're able to get rid of it. And if it is something that is truly serving you and your purpose and making your mission move itself forward, well, then you can also see the value in that. But where I got to was a point where I realized that I have everything that I need and I can provide everything that I need for myself. And that gave me a lot more liberty in relationships and being able to choose the people that I hang out with. And so then I could set more clear boundaries, because there was no need for me to have other people in my life. It was only a want or a desire, and I needed them to be bringing something to the table for me, and I needed to also provide value to them. So that really helped me cut out a lot of the toxic relationships or just dead-end relationships that were in my life as well. And then I find that building a relationship with myself and becoming my own best friend was something that helped me dig into a lot more fulfillment in terms of my direction and where I'm going. And it also helped me build goals that I actually feel fulfilled on the journey to achieving and then also in the achievement of it, which helps you build self-confidence in turn too, because you're looking at these goals that you're achieving and you're like, you know what? I did that myself. And then you start to build confidence in your daily habits. Your daily habits start to become the things that fulfill you. And literally, it's a domino effect of positivity. I found that on my personal development journey at the start, it was more so about like researching and getting information, really changing my mindset and seeing things in a different light. When I had built that mindset, then for me, the next obstacle I was faced with was overcoming my addictions and my vices. And then it was really about cutting out all of that negativity, which helped me build a lot of boundaries around people that I'm going to let into my life. So when I started actually developing myself on a personal level, I started realizing the things that I value within myself, because I actually see how hard it is to tell all of your friends, you know what? No, I'm not going to drink under any circumstance because that's my value and that's just how I operate. Because I understand that there's never any case scenario that I'm going to encounter that I actually feel better after drinking, or that it brings me closer to my goal just because I had a drink that has alcohol in it. It has never happened. It's only gotten me more distracted, more off track. My energy was more dispersed. It got me feeling hungover. Like, these are honestly all just back steps. Same thing when I was taking drugs on a regular basis. This was never something that actually brought me anywhere closer to my goals, and it eroded my self-confidence. So when I saw that I set these goals for myself, they were difficult to attain, and sometimes they're still even difficult to maintain in my life, even though I've already hit that goal and conquered that. Sometimes there is a desire that springs up. That's just how humans operate. And so I know that making that commitment to myself and holding it to myself is a difficult task. And so when I see other people that share those same values and that have those same morals that are in alignment with myself, I understand the personal discipline and the mental discipline that it takes to maintain that. Then it helped me build my values. And when my value structure is being built, I start to see boundaries being formed as well. Because now I understand that, you can't bring a ton of value to my life if you're fucking getting shit-faced every weekend and you're doing drugs throughout the week. There's just not a lot of value there to me. And I understand other people have different morals and different values, but to me, in my belief system, that creates karmic debt. Because what karmic debt is it's essentially the universe punishing you for any acts that are immoral or that are wrong or that just are not bringing you towards the fulfillment of your purpose. And for me, having clarity on what my purpose is in this life, I understand what's bringing me closer and what's bringing me farther away from that purpose. And then I can use regret, I can use karmic debt, which is basically when the universe punishes you and takes time away from you for doing certain acts that are not in alignment with your purpose. And building all of this out, building that relationship with myself, was really the foundation that helped me start to straighten all of these things out. When I was growing up, I grew up in a very abusive situation, and there was a lot of negative energy there. So I didn't really know how to decipher who to trust. I didn't really know how to decipher even just sharing things and being able to talk to other people. That really wasn't even my strong suit. If you knew me before, and if you went to high school with me or school with me, you would know that, yeah, I was outgoing, but I really did have a period of time where I was really shy at the beginning phases of knowing, just like a friend, an acquaintance, whatever. There was a period of time where initially I was shy. And so after knowing me, then you would know the outgoing me, then you would see the real me. But building this within myself has built up a level of confidence and self-assurance where I can just be myself right out of the gates. I got rid of my shyness. I really improved my communication skills. I built boundaries and values and morals for myself. I connected with myself on a deeper level that built self-assurance within myself that rather people come or go in my life, that I'm going to be fine. And then that decreased anxiety, it decreased depression, it decreased any like negative internal state that is undesirable, because knowing that I can go out and I can actually attain these goals and get those things for myself, then I start to see that sometimes there's an anxiety that comes into play with relationships, because you've known that person for a long time, you don't have really good skills at building new relationships, and then you get into a scarcity mindset. But what I did was I actually overcame all of those things so that I have an abundance mindset. I can approach someone and not be shy from right out of the gates. I have the self-confidence that if they reject me, that I'm perfectly fine. There's a ton of fish in the sea. I can go out and do the same process over again and make another friend. And then I can build and nurture that relationship with them. And if it ever starts to become a thing where I realize this is a seasonal person, not a for life person, I'm perfectly fine with ending that relationship and moving about in my own way, because I understand that building a relationship with myself is going to be paramount over everything. Well, I really hope that this helped you guys in some way, shape, or form. And if it did, please subscribe to my channel, because I am going to be on here more and more. Recently, we've just been doing one video a week, but we're going to be increasing that. So you're going to be seeing a lot more of me on here, and I hope to see a lot more of you. So let me know in the comment section down below, what was the main takeaway that you got from this video? And I look forward to seeing you next time.